Hello and welcome back to the channel, Kelly Legends Media. Before I begin, I want to say thank you to all the subscribers and welcome to all the new subscribers. I appreciate you for joining the channel. Also, thank you for hitting those likes, those hype buttons. They're highly appreciated, and all the work that you guys do in the comment section. Thank you very much. Okay, so keep in mind also, we're still trying to hit that 10,000 subscriber goal. We're edging our way to it. So if you watch the videos, you come by, you watch the videos sometimes, if you could, subscribe to the channel. It'd really help us out. Thank you very much. Okay, so now this video here. A lot of people are doing videos about this guy, okay? Mr. Wes Watson, okay? Now, this guy's been a character since he came on YouTube, okay? He told stories about different places he's been on these level 4 yards, and everywhere he went, he had the keys to the yard. He was the shot caller, the main shot caller. Everybody had to run everything through him, this, that, and the other, right? Well, eventually it turns out that he was just telling stories for entertainment purposes because none of it was really true. Yes, he did some time, definitely. Santo G had did some time with him, as a matter of fact. And I had told a story one time when Wes Watson had got down with this other dude, and how Wes Watson used to go by his cell, and they'd stand at the door, puff, puff, give, and doing their little thing right there. So yeah, he had done prison time. He knew some stuff, probably told a lot of stories that he heard other people that went through them, Nevertheless, his style of delivery was always yelling. He was acting like real machismo, like this big old macho man. And, the guy had an attitude, okay? He had an attitude even towards people that would come to him for help. He'd make fun of them and how much money they had, their lifestyle, their weight. But yet he called himself a fitness coach or a life coach, turns out. And, he drove around in these expensive cars, had a beautiful home and a beautiful wife or girlfriend at one time. And I guess they had split up. Well, it turns out he met another woman that he proposed to, okay? He proposed, this is his fiance now, gave her a big old rock as an engagement ring. So this girl was all mesmerized by this man, okay? Not only was he YouTube famous, but he was well known, he had money, drove around in these Lamborghinis, and, he put on a good show. Well, it turns out a while back, I don't know if she was aware of it or not, he had got into it with a dude at the gym that he was attending, okay? He pretty much told anybody, hey, man, if you want to catch a fade, man, come on down and we'll take a walk and we'll handle that, right? Well, this dude walks in and him and his boys end up jumping dude. I think one of them even hit him with a barbell, with the weightlifting strap. They went to work on dude. And he got arrested, okay? So he had that case. He was out on bail. And he has this girlfriend of his now, presently. Well, not anymore. But, she was a pretty current girlfriend. And it turned her into his fiance. And eventually she was to be his wife. Well, he went and picked her up one evening, and somebody sent, I guess, Wes Watson a text of her at a game, okay? I think it was a Miami Heat. And I guess, she had a low-cut blouse showing some cleavage and stuff. And it was very tight, around her waist and her breast area. So he blows it. He's like, why didn't you tell me that you went to this game and you're out there showing them boobs I paid for? Those are my boobs, You better remember that, or I'll cut him off you. He threatened her about cutting him off, right? Well, he gets in this big argument with this girl, right? And a couple of Wes Watson's bodyguards are there, or maybe they were just his boys, but they allegedly put on the paperwork that they were his bodyguards, two of them. And they didn't bust a grape, man. This guy went to work on her. She had bruises all over her body, cuts on her face. He's a big man. And she's like almost half his weight. You know, I think he's in the 250 range. And she's in the 160, 70 range. Big difference. And he just mollywopped her, right? So he did so much damage to her, he had to hide her from her friends and her family. So he wouldn't let her go home. He wouldn't let her leave. He wouldn't let her FaceTime or anything. Basically, he monitored her while she texted the people that were checking up on her, text them to tell them that she was doing fine, she was all right, that she was going to spend time there with Wes Watson, right? And even a couple of times they say that Wes Watson took the phone from her and text back himself, pretending to be her, okay? So right now it's looking like not exactly a kidnap at this point, but a hostage situation by not letting her go. Not mentioning the horrific assault that he did on this young girl, right? Well, to cut to the chase, man, this guy, he has a prison record, he has priors, and he's going to do a long time. By the time he gets out, he's going to be a very, very old man if he gets out, I don't see them giving him life, but the years are going to add up so much that he'll probably spend the rest of his life in prison. And he deserves it, You've seen other videos that I did about when men put their hands on women and stuff, Wes Watson's been an arrogant asshole from the gate, He thought very highly of himself and the things he was doing, okay? So I think now at this point, maybe it'll be a wake-up call to him. Because even after he got into it with that black dude, man, he was still going places, talking shit to the blacks, calling them derogatory names and stuff, when he had a gang of bodyguards all around him. And he'd make videos of his behavior, He didn't hide his disdain for another race, Anyways, there's probably some bad stuff waiting for him in the joint when he gets there, for claiming to be some things that he should not have claimed to be. Because I have heard him claim to be part of something. So let's see how it goes for that boy, man. The future will tell. But that's not all that this video is about, okay? I want to point out that you just don't know the people on social media. They could show you who they want to show you they are, unless you have people that come out and verify and vouch for a person. Pretty much you're just taking them on their word. And a lot of them, they don't have no trouble lying, making up stories, doing false things, You see the big old controversy with Dubs and other people who have lied in the past or act out of line, towards even men, And a lot of times it costs them their lives here out in the street. We've seen that with Savage Studio. He thought very highly of himself, and turned out he paid the ultimate price, for pissing somebody off, thinking that he couldn't be touched, Anyways, Yeah, I was watching Wes Watson one time, and pretty much I was seeing a mediocre actor at work because I couldn't believe anything he said. You know, it's just there was too much hanging over that dude. You know, there's a content creator, John Bravo, that was always on this dude, man, and broke a lot of news concerning him. John Bravo. If you're interested in hearing more about the story that took place between him and this young lady, he shows the paperwork, everything. You know, he gets into it to detail the size of the scratches and cuts on her head, and the bruises on her bodies, where they're located, and yeah, they're gonna put some good charges on this guy. I don't know what they've charged him for at this point, but it'll probably include kidnap. You know, she was sitting on the chair in his house, and he went being pissed off and picked up the chair with her in it, picked it up in the air and flung it through the air with her sitting down in the chair. He's a dick, straight out dick, you know. But I don't know, man. Maybe she was attracted to his size, to his bravado, to maybe the money. I don't know. But I don't know who would waste their time with an asshole like that, you know. Anyways, it's my video, people. Like I said, man, you never know who you watch. So don't be surprised when people come out like this in the end, and you find out the truth about them, and blows your hair back. You know, you're like, what, man? You know, so unless people could really vouch for things that the person says or where he's been or anything like that, I take everything with a grain of salt. You know, the social media world is dirty. You know, it's a cold place. Anyways, people, thanks for watching, and stay free, people. God bless you. God bless your families, and let's stay out here so we could be here with our families when they need us, or if we need to be with them for some reason. Stay out from behind them bars, man. It's very easy to get caught up in your feelings. Look at this jackass, man. If this girl was such a bad girl and did all these things, he should have just left her, kicked her to the curb. If he didn't want someone that behaved that way, you know, like talk to her. If she doesn't change her style, that, you know, lying and you know, doing things like that he doesn't appreciate. If he doesn't appreciate her, then he should just let her go. You know, he would have been better off by himself. Now he's going to prison. Bad choice, bad decisions. Anyways, people, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you very much.